All right, cool. All right, yeah, that's easy, right? All right, so yeah, I mean, so basically, have you heard about this at all, or
Not a single thing.
does it concern you at all to hear that that's happening? I mean,
Yeah, it would, especially if it's show those people out here. Tell them what they're doing out there, man.
so essentially, what's happening apparently is that they're training operations for Navy SEALs, like special operations, and over the end of the end of land down here, there's a couple buildings that they're using to stage these operations. I mean, does that sound like concerning? Do you think it's not that big of a deal? What do you think?
I mean, anything military concerns me, but I mean, it's never really been a big trust thing with the government anyway, so I don't know.
Okay. And some people believe that maybe they're like coming to the government's trying to, impose martial law or take everyone's guns or anything. I mean, do you believe that type of thing, that might be what's going on, or does it sound ridiculous to you?
I wouldn't say it sounds ridiculous, but they'll have a very hard time doing that. Real sure of that. Real sure.
True. That's a good point. But I mean, do you believe any of these kind of conspiracies that that they're taking your guns or that they're putting people in camps or any of that stuff?
The camp thing might be a little too far, but the gun thing wouldn't be too hard to fathom. But like I say, I don't think it'd be able to do so.
All right, fair enough. What was your name?
Jared.
J-A-R-E-D?
Yes, sir.
What's your last name?
Shields.
Shields? Like Shields? All right, cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Like Brooke.
And you military operations going down in town, sort of like some Navy training things. Have you heard anything about that at all? Or?
Navy training?
Yeah, like kind of like Navy SEALs and stuff are going to be like storming a building. It's sort of a rumor that's going around. Have you heard about that?
No, we hadn't heard about that, but I mean, they have the Navy Seabees here, and you're right adjacent to Keesler Air Force Base, so it wouldn't surprise me if they don't have that type of thing going on.
Right.
But it would be training, it wouldn't be anything real.
Right, sure. And I mean, so I guess a lot of people that, like kind of some of the more out there blogs sort of say that, they think that it's Obama coming to take people's guns and that type of thing. Do you believe that type of thing? Or?
Obama or the military, the reason this country has never been attacked by an outside country is because we have guns.
Right.
Nobody in this country is going to take their guns away from us. Be he black president or white president, they're not going to take your guns. The reason we didn't invade Japan was because they had guns. And they had 1 million people ready to fight and die. So we used the atom bomb on them. Nobody is going to come and take your guns away from you in this country.
Yeah.
Obama wouldn't think of it. You don't know the history of our country. There are people around you that probably live right next to you that are recruited by the government to make sure that things are taken care of in your community. Those people have their guns, so if something happens in this country, because what's to stop somebody from coming in off this coast? You think your president would want that to happen? But they'd have 1 million Mississippians with every kind of weapon you can imagine to fight. Who want to fight an army like that?
True. And so when you say that there's people like trained in your community, how do you mean? Like just sort of like military people in your community?
Well, Biloxi has two military bases here. So naturally there's training going on here. But for it to be an invasion type force that would threaten this country, man, nobody in this country is that stupid.
Right.
I mean, it's every man, woman, and child in the South, in the country, would rise up against that. And not only that, people from all over the country would flock here to support it.
Right. Sure.
It's not gonna happen.
So it doesn't concern you too much. I mean, it seems to us that that's not happening. We're not believing that that's what's happening. It just doesn't concern you too much.
This is the United States of America. That means something. Nobody wants to fool with this country. Not even the people in this country. They yap and yada, yada, yada. But nobody wants to fool with this country.
Yeah.
This is the real deal. And it's like that because the freedoms we have here and what we're not going to take. 4 of my brothers, 4 of them, from World War II to Vietnam, we buried the last one in 8. Went to war.
Wow.
Not to mention a host of nieces and nephews. They didn't go to war just to fight the other side. They went to war to protect this country. And each one of them saw a battle. Wow. But they lived and they made it back here.
Yeah. All right.
Real deal.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Jerry
I know it's kind of
Landon,
a silly story, man. What's your name again?
Jerry Landon.
How do you spell J-E-R-R-Y?
L-A-N-D-R-U-M.
A-L-N-D-R-U-M?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and you're from Louisiana?
Oh, yeah.
You guys are on vacation?
Yeah. Came
Okay.
over for a couple of days.
All right, great. Thanks so much for taking
conspiracies, but I do believe that there are a few conspiracies going on.
Kind of things that we don't know about, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was your name, sir?
DeMarcus.
How do you spell that?
D-A-M-A-R-C-U-S.
Okay, and your last name?
Washington.
Washington. And where are you from?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay, that's where we're from.
Perfect, man.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, we're with AL.com.
Yeah, we're with the
Yeah.
Birmingham News.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
okay,
sweet.
Where you
cool.
live in Birmingham. All right, cool. It's pretty simple. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing
Gotcha.
too serious.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So basically, supposedly there's some kind of military operations going on in town, and it's like Navy SEAL. Navy SEALs are gonna like fake raid the building over on that side of town.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, does that concern you at all? I mean,
It doesn't necessarily surprise me.
doesn't?
So no, not at all.
Why is that?
The government's always up to something tricky.
Right.
So yeah, I'm not necessarily surprised.
Yeah. And did you hear anything about it at all?
No, this is actually my first time hearing about it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And I mean, have you heard about things like that happening in the past? Is this something you've been aware of? Or?
Kind of, sort of. Maybe not to necessarily that extent, but like that's why it doesn't surprise me.
And I guess online, like on a lot of blogs and stuff, like people are saying they think it's like, Obama's trying to take everyone's guns or
Yeah.
put everyone in FEMA camps. Do you subscribe to those type of conspiracies at all? Or I'm from Alabama, and so are you guys visiting?
Yeah, well, yes, on the way back to Florida from working.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So basically, there's this whole conspiracy about this concept that like that there's these military training operations going on this week in town. Like Navy SEALs are going to be like raiding these like old buildings on the coast over there, and a lot of like people online are getting like really worried that it's some kind of conspiracy. The government's trying to take over certain states and things like that. Do you buy into those type of
No,
conspiracies?
not at all.
Have you heard about this at all?
I kind of have the
Jade Helm?
Jade Home. Yeah,
You have
don't
heard about
believe it at all.
No.
You have heard about it though?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're just wondering. I mean, so they are actually doing these operations. Do you see that? I mean, like, just a normal thing that the government's doing, that type of thing, like a normal kind
Yeah, I
of.
say go military.
Yeah, just a military operation.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what was your name?
Stacy.
What's your last name?
Right. I don't know. I'll take
Just for a minute.
No, before it starts, what is it
So
about?
it's just about. I don't know if you've heard of this. It's called Operation Jade Helm. It's like this conspiracy
Oh, yes.
about.
You have heard about that?
You
No,
have
I'm
heard
from Central Texas. So
Oh yeah.
Okay,
it's all
cool.
over that
Which
shit.
one?
Would you talk just for a minute?
minutes.
Just a couple. We just want to ask a couple
We're just
questions.
trying to find out if people have heard of it, that type of thing. So.
Just a couple minutes.
Come on. You'll love this. You'll love this. Yeah, sure. Why not?
No, nobody's getting in trouble.
No.
Oh no, not with y'all.
You've heard of Jade Helm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Y'all work for Alex Jones?
No, we're
No.
for Birmingham News. Yeah. So we're just in town where we've heard all this stuff about these conspiracies about Jade Helm and everything, and we're just trying to see what people's impressions are of it. So like, you have heard about it, right?
No, I've definitely heard about it.
What have you heard? What do you?
I've heard it was going to be mass hysteria for Texas and everything else, but it pretty much has not.
So
Nothing has come from fruition from what it really was.
So what are your impressions of it? What do you feel like the results are? and what's happening?
I haven't seen anything personally, so
Yeah.
I can't complain about it.
And I mean, do you believe any of these conspiracies that they're coming to take everyone's guns or?
Oh no,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I mean, do you hear people talking about it a lot? I mean, you said you're from Texas. It's a pretty.
I mean, no. I mean, we have family from that whole area that's supposedly the maps that they have produced have showed, but none of them actually. Yeah,
Does
we
it
haven't heard.
concern you at all?
No, not anymore.
It did before.
I mean, the hype and everything. You want to think about what's going on, but
Yeah, it seems like it's not a big deal.
no.
All right,
We haven't seen anything about it. So
cool. What was your name, sir? What was your name?
Mike
Mike. What's your last name? You don't mind?
Smith.
Smith.
Yeah,
Mike Smith. Cool.
Yeah.
And where you from?
I'm from Texas.
Texas. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Is it Central Texas? Is that cool?
Central Texas.
All right.
All
Great.
right.
Thank
Go,
you
man.
so much. Let's wait till he's all set up.
Okay, I'm good.
Yeah. So basically, there's some military operations that are supposedly happening in town over the weekend or this week. There's some like Navy SEALs are supposed to like fake raid a building over like the other end of town. Have you heard anything about this? Or? I have not. Okay. And it's called Operation Jade Helm. It's sort of like kind of a little bit of a conspiracy. People think that like the Obama administration is going to like take everyone's guns and that type of thing. Do you subscribe to those type of conspiracies at all? Or?
Not really.
Not really, no. And have you heard about these types of things going on? Do you have anywhere else? Have you ever heard about that?
Not much.
Does it concern you to know that that's what's happening? Is it just
Yeah.
how so? Explain.
I mean, he's been changing a lot of things around the world, so
So is it weird to see it happening in America?
yeah, it's weird to see it happening here.
Okay. All right, anything else you think on the topic that comes to mind and what the government's doing, that type of thing?
I don't know.
your name?
Raheem.
Raheem, how do you spell that?
R-A-H-E-E-M.
E-E-M. What's your last name?
Coolunga. C-O-L-U-N-G-A.
C-O-L-U-N-G-A. And what town are you from?
I'm from Silver Hill, Alabama.
Silver Hill, Alabama. Okay. And you're on top of vacation?
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. Thank you.